So I was like, you don't even know if that's the right truck. Blick calls Risk and he goes, look, there's that fool or whatever, and they're talking. I just wanted to get out the car.
An 11-year-old boy leaving a baseball game with his family, a tragic case of mistaken identity, and the chilling interrogation of Daniel Gomez. What really happened that night? Let's find out. It was a warm September evening in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the Villegas family had just wrapped up what should have been a night of celebration at an Isotopes baseball game. 11-year-old Froylan Villegas was in the back seat of the family's white Dodge pickup, full of energy and excitement. But as they left the stadium, they unknowingly crossed paths with danger. Behind them, a black Dodge Durango SRT prowled the streets. Inside were three men: Jose Romero, Nathen Garley, and Daniel Gomez. What connected them wasn't just their friendship. It was their allegiance to a gang and their hunger for vengeance. Fueled by a rivalry, they were hunting, searching for a target they believed had wronged them. But in their search, they made a fatal mistake. The Villegas family's truck was mistaken for a rival's vehicle. Without warning, the Durango sped closer, and then a hail of bullets.
911, hurry! They've been shot a kid right here in front of the pit. Hurry! Right in front of the pit. There's been a drive-by shooting.
17 shots pierced the air, shattering the windows and the family's lives forever. Froylan was struck and killed instantly. His 23-year-old cousin Tatiana left critically injured behind the wheel. The unimaginable horror unfolded in seconds. The crime sent shockwaves through Albuquerque. An innocent boy had been caught in a gang war he knew nothing about. His family, once whole, was now broken. The community was left grieving and angry, demanding justice for Froylan. Detectives quickly released surveillance footage of the suspect vehicle and called on the public for help. The break came when tips led police to Jose Romero and Nathen Garley. Romero was captured at a convenience store. Garley's arrest came with a shocking discovery. More than 100,000 fentanyl pills were found in his possession, further linking him to a world of crime and violence. But it was the arrest of Daniel Gomez, the third suspect, that brought new layers to the investigation. In a tense interrogation room, Gomez was confronted with the weight of his involvement. What he said, and what he didn't, offered a glimpse into the motives, fear, and chaos that led to this senseless act. Would he accept responsibility, or would he try to diminish his role? Since he's the subject of today's interrogation, let's find out.
This is Crime
I
Nexus.
know a little bit about you. I know that you're a very typical kind of guy. I'm glad that you're still here no matter what, okay? There is a worse place. I haven't slept in probably about 28 hours, and I was thinking about you, and I kind of feel, the pressure, especially with all the news and all that. Yeah.
I haven't told her this thing.
Having these rights in mind, if you wish to speak to me.
I want to speak with a attorney first.
Yeah.
Something that, I just would feel comfortable with someone present with me that knows more about legally. It's not like, because I'm here to talk to you guys. There's a reason I came to you guys.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would feel more comfortable with someone that knows more about these things.
No, it's absolutely fine. I totally understand. That's the reason why we have to read those to you, because I don't want to inadvertently violate anything that is your right. Okay. With that, we're done. Okay. I can't go any further. Okay. I can make some personal statements to you. Okay. Is your daughter taken care of? Is she okay right now? Yes. Okay. She's with their mother. She's with her mom? Yeah. Okay. All right then. I appreciate your honesty. Okay. What happens now is we're going to go ahead. We'll get your booking paperwork taken care of. I'll be direct with you. You're under arrest. Okay. I know you turned yourself in, but we still have to make that statement so that you understand what you have been charged with. You've been charged with an open count murder. Okay. To include numerous other, like shooting from a motor vehicle. I understand. The thing is, though, is I have enough articulate reason that we don't know actually the specifics of it. Each one of you have the same charges. Each one of you. Okay. It is up to the rest of my investigation to do my best to articulate a specific. If it doesn't, everybody gets charged the same. Okay. With that, you need any food? Can you eat at all? You sure? Okay. Glad your daughter's taken care. We're going to get you back to your cell real quick, okay? And then I'll get that paperwork done really, really quick. Okay, and we'll get you out there. All right. As for us talking again, I can't talk to you for 14 days. So it's going to be a little while. Your constitutional right says I can't speak to you asking questions. If in that time inadvertently you have been assigned to the defense attorney and they want to sign sometime, they might do that at that point. But legally, I can't like go create an interview with you for 14 days. Okay. After that 14 days, like 50th day, I chat with you.
I got a question. Just a question.
That's fine. I can answer questions.
If I was to speak to you guys today, what would happen exactly? It all started about 10 o'clock in the morning, possibly a little bit later, around 11 and 12. I had asked a friend who goes by Risk if he wanted to go have some dinner.
Okay.
He says yes, that he would pick me up. When he picked me up, there was another guy, they call him Blick, I don't really know him too well. It was my first time really meeting the dude that day.
Okay.
I have known Risk for a long time, known like his family and stuff, but I've never known his friends. So
okay,
we went to Twin Peaks to go have some lunch, and when we were there, he had asked me if I would like to join him to a Isotopes game because they had an extra ticket. So during that time, I said yes. We had finished up eating, and then we went to play some games at his house, which was, I believe, somewhere on Montgomery or something like that. So, we leave his house, we're headed towards the game, everything's okay. We get to the game. Once we get inside, we start looking for our seats. We grab a couple of food and drinks. So we start heading to our seats when I didn't really know the situation. All I knew is that a dude, he goes by the name of, or at least that I know, is Bostonero.
Okay.
So I guess they had told me he had robbed Risk for one of his chains or whatever. So when we see them, I don't know what's really going on. Blake and that Bostonero guy are kind of smiling at each other.
Okay.
And I'm not really thinking much because I'm looking at the game.
Yeah.
Well, when I turn around, Blick calls Risk and he goes, look, there's that fool or whatever, and they're talking. So they're like walking towards him, and I start tripping behind just because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I start trailing behind, and all of a sudden, that guy starts heading towards the far exit.
Okay.
All the way. Okay, so here's the stadium. Right, here's what we were. There's an exit right here, but if you keep walking all the way around to the end right here, I think they left out of that exit because that's where they were following him. I stood behind. I didn't really go towards where they were following him at. When they came back, Riz says, hey G, we have to go. I said, why? He says, because I have to go pick up my daughter, so we have to go.
Okay.
So I said, all right. So we exit the thing, and Blick says, he turns to Risk and he says, hey, that fool circling around with some homies with the Mac looking for us. So right away they take off running to the car. I didn't take off running to the car right away because I was, a little scared to to get shot or something, so I go walking like the opposite way. So they jumped in the car and they pulled up to me and they told me to get in. So when we're about to leave, I was like, hey, can you just take me home? I'm not, I'm not really feeling comfortable. he's like, just hold up. We're looking for somebody real quick. And I was like, who? And he just kept saying, my cousins. So I was like, all right. Well, when we seen, okay, so there's the light, but before the light, there was a truck, a white truck, Dodge truck. And Blake goes, look, there's that truck. So I was like, you don't even know if that's the right truck. I said, stop acting like an idiot. I said, Riz, take me home. And Riz just shut the fuck up. And he clocked the gun, and Riz like took off, and I ducked him. I screamed no, and he jumped out the sunroof, and he just started shooting them. And so they flew all the way back to Risks, and I was crying. I said, you guys gotta let me go home, you know? And that's when Blick turned around and he told me, he said, if you tell anyone about this, go to anyone, I know where your grandma stays and I know where you stay. And I told him I wouldn't say nothing. And it's haunted me for a while now because it was just an innocent baby. And I told those fools to know him. They just wouldn't let me out the car. I just wanted to get out the car. I didn't want to be in that situation. I don't want to be in that situation at all, sir. I'm sorry. I stopped hanging. That was my first day ever hanging with them. I stopped immediately right after that. I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I was just so scared for my life. I was too scared. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. These guys have a lot of money, a lot of power. It's not funny, it's scary. I'm very scared.
And I completely believe. Okay.
We understand your fear.
It's more than fear. It's more than fear because you guys don't know how popular these kids are. Like, everybody knows them. Everybody knows what the they're capable of, and it's just scary because I know the minute that I know this is gonna get out, but I don't care. At this point, I don't care what's been said about me. That little boy needs justice. He needs justice for what the happened to him. No kid should ever have to go through that. That's why I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It isn't to save my it's really for justice to that little boy, because I could not dream of my daughter going through that or being in that predicament where I get a call that my daughter's dead because of childish act
That they're not involved in.
And it's like I told my grandma, I don't know what to do because I want to go to jail for something I didn't do. I didn't pull a gun, and I was never wanting to kill anybody. That's not who I am. I've had my mistakes in the past, and I've learned. I got caught for trafficking, you know, way in the past. I'm over that. I worked, taking care of my daughters. I hang around with my roommate most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Now, when he cocked that gun, and you're driving, you're moving forward, and you're like losing your mind. You're like, I don't want to be a part of this. What was Risk doing?
Risk kind of was doing the same thing I was, telling him no. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. And he didn't give a f. He just did it out like nowhere, right? Literally had no hesitation, no guilt, no remorse. Picked up that gun and started blowing away.
Okay.
And then that's when he started shooting, I ducked all the way under the seat because I didn't know if those people were the dudes, they were going to start blasting back. Like,
Yeah.
you can't dodge a bullet, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So I hit the floor right away. called him and I said, hey, I'm not with you guys no more. What you guys did is very unacceptable, and that's just what it is. And he said, he goes, I understand, brother. You have a daughter. I'm sorry that I got you in this. And I hung up. And I haven't had a single contact with them since until I seen his brother at the state fair.
Who was that phone call with?
Huh?
Who was that phone call with?
We're at risk.
Okay, I assumed it was.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really talk to Blick like that. I've had him on social media, but I've never I've always heard about him, mostly good things that people say, like, oh, he's chill, he's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I never knew him to be this guy or who he was in the beginning. I just never knew who he was, I kind of just was there for my boy Risk. I just wanted to kick it with him, and it ended up being a show to where now I can't even look him in his eye and call him a friend anymore.
Yeah.
And the part about it is, I knew this kid since he was 12 years old, like I said, I'm real close with the mom, Renee. So this all is just brutal on me, because first it's it's a kid that is around my daughter's age. And like I said, I couldn't even imagine the pain, the hurt that family's feeling, because I haven't lost my daughter like that, and I don't ever want to, and so this is why I came to you guys.
Yeah.
And why I said, whatever the case may be, the lawyer, I need to tell you guys, so that way you guys can continue with your investigation and see I have no part in what they did, but you also need part and some justice for that little boy. And so that's why I came forward today, and I wanted to talk to you guys, because at the end of the day, no parent should have to lay their head at night and ask themselves, why? What did their kid do? It? That little boy did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. For us to that's why I have to say something. I don't care what happens to me. Just as long as my family's okay and that little boy they get the truth story of what happened to that little boy. It's all that matters to me in my heart right now. I could give a about anything else.
Okay. All right. Okay. And again, he just said, you better not say anything. Did he make any threats?
Yeah, he said, if you tell anyone, I know where your grandma stays and I know where you stay.
Okay.
Did he say anything beyond that, what he would do or what?
No, he just said that I know where you guys stay. And
what did that mean to you?
snitches get stitches. That's what it means.
Seconds later, detectives press Daniel again about the other suspects.
My last question, because we know you've painted a really good picture of how yourself and how Risk acted after the shooting. How did Blick act?
No remorse. It's like he had done it before.
Okay.
It was like he was already used to it. To him, it was nothing but a little adrenaline rush. That's how he acted. Because, I remember even when we got to the apartments, I was crying. And the one thing he had said to me was, he goes, oh, don't even trip about it. If I did it, I'll take the rap for it. That's exactly what he said. And I was just like he literally was laughing about it though. It was like a joke to him. It wasn't, like I said, if this kid had done it before and this wasn't his first rodeo killing somebody before, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he had even said too, there's one comment that he made where he said, I know I hit all of them in that truck. I was aiming right for that.
When did he say that?
That will be right when Riz said, I hope you make the right decision.
Okay. So still in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right after, and you're saying no remorse, but how is he showing that?
So he was basically laid, me and Riz, we're sitting there teary-eyed, we're scared, and he's just smiling. He went straight to the kitchen, started eating right away, then goes to his room, pulls out a blunt, nothing happened to him. To him, nothing happened.
Okay.
You know, and honestly, that's where my fear jumped from 20 to 100 in heartbeat, because I was like, yo, like, this don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if I say something wrong to this right now, I could be next.
Yeah.
You know, and that was just my official thought of why I didn't say anything, because I was just like, and like, what I've heard from that game,
Yeah.
I've heard some very terrible things about him, you know, and so I just did not want to be a victim, you know.
When did you guys meet up with the girls?
Showing up to the game.
They met you at the game? They were at the apartment before you, when you guys were playing?
No, because Risk's girlfriend was at the apartment, and they were going to meet those chicks.
Oh, so Risk's girlfriend was at the apartment. She did not come to the game?
No,
She wasn't.
No, so she stayed at the game, and
Daniel Gomez, along with co-defendants Nathen Garley and Jose Romero, faces serious charges, including murder, in the tragic death of 11-year-old Froylan Villegas. While Garley and Romero remain in custody awaiting trial, Daniel Gomez was released under house arrest with GPS monitoring, as evidence suggests he may have played a lesser role in the incident. As the legal process unfolds, the community continues to seek justice for Froylan, a young life senselessly lost. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.